And they gained 5 yards on it, and to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Cook following the penalty. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. And Burrow going to throw again. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one. And the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. A very early decision to be made here.
There is, and I think that because they're the home team, I would ride that wave a little bit, and I would gamble and go for it. Doesn't seem like it's optimal, but you're the home team. You'll get the support of the crowd all game long. Go get it right now. Put 6 on the board.
Here we go on 4th down. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bucs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. I think going for it there on the opening drive, CD, if you're that close to the end zone, seems like a no-brainer, and they're able to cap things off with a touchdown.
I think that he was imagining the message he would send to his team if he called for the field goal unit at that point. Great drive, got it all the way down there. You're telling your offense, I believe in you, and you're also telling your defense, hey, if they don't score, we've got it covered.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Igbinoghene elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. On the move to his left. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He'll dump this off to Cook.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here we go.
Again, it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now they go play action now. Burrow.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Touchdown! Dawson Knox from 17 yards out. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. Igbinoghene elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Calvin Ridley, 69 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. On 2nd down, Cook. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Burrow sliding out of the pocket. His throw caught right around the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Burrow on play action. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They go play action with Burrow. They'll roll him out under pressure again, and down he goes again. He'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Ready?
going with their tight end on fourth. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this out past the 25. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs. But when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And all the way down to the 5. 92 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
You better be afraid of me. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
Jacobs again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Second and 2. Burrow will throw. His throw incomplete. Trying to find Greg Dulcich there, and it's third down and 2. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Third and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Burrow. And he's got his target, Harris. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
To try again after the sack. Burrow. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now it's Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Open man is McMath. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Lambeau. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Khalil Mack in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 10 yards out. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 119 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
There for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Jacobs going to try the middle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Check, color.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Crunch time, defense. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Just like that.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Here's Mahomes. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now Burrow.
Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11.
Burrow.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Burrow.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
11.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Burrow.
And this is caught inside the 5. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mahomes to throw it. Able to connect with Jacobs.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mahomes.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This would put them in the NFC title game. And he got it. The kick is gone. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game.
The Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and so long.